Alright guys, so here we are walking into my beauty room. This is what you would see. I have these French doors that open up into the room, and so I'm probably going to close these so you guys can see my little curtain set up here. In my first few videos when I was filming in this location, I just noticed that there was, as you can see here, this huge glare right here, and it was bothering me a lot. So I had Bryce go in and install these sort of shears, which I think actually make the room look super pretty when they're just like this. But when I film, I pull them, and it helps with that situation. So the room itself is the perfect size for something like this. I love being able to get ready in here, and I love having my windows. I can open these up when I'm doing my makeup and stuff and kind of see the bright sunshiny day, and it makes me so happy. We'll start over here in this corner. I have a lot of messy stuff over here because this is all stuff that I'm giving away either to my sisters or women's shelters. These are just a variety of things from my declutter videos, so if you guys have seen these and you know the products that are in there, if not, you should definitely go check those out. But that is what that is. That mess will get picked up as soon as my sisters arrive and as soon as I go to donate some of that stuff. I have all of my older Sterilite drawers. These are all empty because I was able to fit everything that was in these into my new setup, my new containers. So I just kind of have these because I know at one point if my collection continues to grow, I will probably use these again. But for now, they're just going to kind of sit there. I might tuck them away somewhere, but I don't mind having those there. Here is a look at my desk. So first off, we'll start with my chair here. I love this chair. I really like this entire style. I really like French industrial, French country, that sort of a look, and so that's what I really went for in this room and just kind of in the house in general. This chair I think I got from Home Goods, so I'm not too sure if you'd still be able to pick it up, but I love the kind of iron button details, the wooden legs. I really like the kind of quilted look there too. And same with the rug. I have the rug in here because, I mean, honestly, my number one tip for anybody who decides to have a beauty room, I would highly recommend getting a rug because chances are you are definitely going to spill something, and if you don't want it spilling on your nice carpet, it's much easier to just toss down a rug, something that's cheap that you can throw away and not feel too bad about. So I got this from Ross. I think it was seriously $30. I think it fits pretty well in the room. I think it looks okay in here, and most importantly, it's inexpensive, so I happen to spill, you know, red lipstick or something, I can easily just wrap this up and toss it. We also have a kitten in here. This is December. She loves this room. I don't think that there's any room in the house that she enjoys more than in this room, so that's why she is a constant intruder into my videos, because if I shut the door and leave her out, she will just meow consistently for like an hour, and it is not fun, so I just let her hang out in here. Next, I have my desk. I got this desk from Ashley Furniture. If I can find a link for it online, I will link it down below. I like this desk because it's a nice L shape, and for me, this works well because I use this portion to get ready, and I use this portion to edit. So it really works well as both kind of like my get ready room and my filming room because of this desk. Cell phone here, random things because I was hanging up some pictures. I have this super pretty rose gold case that I got for Christmas from Bryce, so I like to display it. My computer, I'm currently working on editing a declutter video. I think I can probably shut this. But I keep that plugged in here with my Snowball microphone, which I used to do voiceover tutorials. I have this really pretty necklace holder that is getting way too filled up. I'm planning on getting something that I can like hang on the walls or something that I can hang necklaces from. But for right now, that is what I use. I have a little Paris box, and then I have these two, I think they're technically desk organizers. I think I picked them up from Target a while ago. I like to keep these on here because this is stuff that I use every single day that I don't really like to, you know, be constantly putting back into my storage unit and then taking out again. So this is stuff that I just keep nearby all the time. So a variety of mascaras, tweezers, scissors. We have lip balms, eyelash curlers, lash glue. All of my lashes I keep in here, and then brow products, stuff that honestly I use every single day. So that's why that's there. I have my little tripod for filming, which honestly, even when I'm getting ready, I have this right in the way. I don't know why I don't ever do anything with this. I've been so used to it that I think it just kind of has become one with the desk, and I'm just kind of work around it when I'm getting ready. But typically, my camera sits up there, and then I sit down, and this is where I film. I have this cute little, like, it's not a mason jar, but it's just a little jar that I keep all of my Q-tips in, and then I got some, like, rock filler stuff at the bottom there. Setting sprays, beauty blending sponges, beauty oils, kind of stuff that I use semi-regularly I keep there. And then we have all of my brushes in the back, which I'm going to wrap around here so you guys can get a better look at these. Oh, and then my makeup mirror. I think I got this for Christmas. I think my mom got it at Costco. I love it because it lights up. The light in this is very nice. It's not super yellow toned. It's not super blue tone. It's just a true kind of daylight color. And it has a magnified side on the other end, which is really nice and handy when you're doing more detailed work. I also have a brush cleanser here. This is my favorite one if you want something very inexpensive. It's the e.l.f. Daily Brush Cleaner. Samples from Sephora, and then these are what I keep my brushes in. So this first little unit here is from Bed Bath & Beyond. It can be found in the vanity/bathroom section. It's a turning sort of organizer thing. What I love about this is the fact that it does turn, and I love how easy it is to store everything in here. I could even take my Q-tips that are in that drawer or that jar, and I could probably pop those in here. I've thought about that. But the way that I have my brushes sort of organized, this one is out of order. I have all of my rose gold brushes that I got for Christmas from Bryce. I have blending brushes, I have shadow brushes, I have like liner, small detail brushes, and then I have face brushes. And then in these two are kind of my not used as much brushes. So these are brushes that I use almost on a daily basis. These ones are ones that I really like to have around, you know, have some stippling brushes, some extra buffing brushes, some extra contour brushes, stuff like that. It's just not brushes that I use every single day, and they're not my absolute favorite ones to use. So that is what I have basically on my desk. Oh, and then the trash can down there, if you are wondering, is again from Bed Bath & Beyond. It can be found in the bathroom section. I think that it tied in really nicely with everything that I had in the room. So I really like this. So probably the part that you guys are most interested in, this is the actual unit that houses all of my makeup. This can be found from Urban Outfitters. It's called their industrial storage unit, or is it? I think it's industrial dresser, now that I think about it. Either way, I will have a link for this down below because I know that it is still currently available for purchase. I also on the side here have some of my extra airbrushing kits, stuff that I like to use when I'm doing professional makeup, or every once in a while I like to just airbrush myself, so that's what's down there. I also have a jewelry box there, and then over here is just my train case, some extra storage stuff, my camera box. This is just kind of like the behind the scenes stuff, but I'm not going to pay too much attention to that because it's not super interesting. Let's go back to what you guys are probably wanting to look at. So I love the storage unit. I think that the whole look of it, it's very much so my taste, and it's very much so my style, so that's why I was really drawn to this. I also thought that the price for what it is, I mean, it's a very sturdy, big piece of furniture. I think that it's very well priced, especially coming from Urban Outfitters. So I am a big fan of this. I absolutely adore it, and moving all my makeup in from my old kind of plasticky thing into this has been so nice. I just feel like it complements the room so much nicer, and I love it. So starting on the top here, I love getting these from office supply stores. They're just file organizers. They work as the world's best palette organizers. I mean, seriously, I don't think that there's anything better than these. So I'm not going to go through totally palette by palette because even though this is kind of a makeup collection video, I'm trying to do it more as a makeup collection slash storage. But you guys can kind of get an overview here. This palette is tipped over because of the little seal. It doesn't fit in right, so that's why it looks like that. But a bunch of the Urban Decay Vice palettes, Naked palettes, MAC palettes, Inglot, Lorac Pros, that sort of thing. So that is where I keep the majority of my palettes. I do have another drawer in here that has other ones. These are just the ones that I use most frequently. So the way that these drawers work is you have kind of like a cute little handle here. There is also little tabs here that you could put labels in, which I really want to do. If I had a label maker, I would definitely go in and I would label these with what they are because that would be very helpful. But for right now, I'm just leaving them bare. I'll probably decide to label them here soon, but I don't have them there yet. So like I said, you have the little handle and then these just pull out. There's one thing about these drawers that isn't like awesome. It's that they're not on any sort of a roller system. So they just kind of sit in there like this. And you do have to be careful when you pull them out that you don't let the entire thing fall over. So you do have to be a little bit careful with these. But for me, the look and the style and everything is worth it. So this first drawer here has all of my foundations and primers. So we have a large mix of foundations here on the left-hand side, and then then there on the right is all sort of like primary bits. I also have some random highlighters. I have 2 of the L'Oreal Mineral foundations. So that's just sort of like my face base drawer. In this next drawer, I have concealers and powders. So these are little organizers here that I should mention. I got these, I think, from Office Depot. However, I tried to go back to get more when I was switching all of my makeup into this particular storage unit, and I couldn't find these anymore. So you might have to, you know, scour around for them. I know that if you have a Container Store or something similar, you might have better luck finding something, but I will show you some different options as we get further into this video that I was able to find. But originally I got these from Office Depot. That top left one there houses all my concealers. Bottom left has like my Bare Minerals foundation, some random kind of loose powders, and some pressed powders as well. Really, there's no method to the madness here. It's just powders, concealers. All right, and then moving on to the next drawer, this is all my blushes and bronzers. So I really want to show you guys these because I think that these are super cool. These are little kind of like plastic organizers. I found these in the kitchen section of Bed Bath & Beyond. They aren't extremely expensive. I know that, you know, when it comes to makeup storage, it can get very pricey, but I loved these because they, I think, are meant to hold like, I don't know. I found them in the kitchen section, so I'm not really too sure, but I saw them and I immediately knew that they would work very, very well for blushes because the way that I like to have mine organized is by color. So I have pinks, corals, and then sort of plummy shades back here. On the sides, I have some random stuff that just wouldn't fit in with everything because it's getting a little bit overcrowded. This is a drawer that I'll probably have to expand in the future. But I do have some palettes back here, the Anastasia one, my Tarte one, some random cream products. I have my Paula's Choice contour kit, which I'm in love with. It Cosmetics CC bronzers, some hard candy stuff, some Sonia Kashuk, Cargo, ColourPop, just a large mix of stuff. But for me, I really like how this drawer is organized because I love those little plastic containers. Moving on, so the next drawer, moving down a row, has all of my smaller eyeshadow palettes. So these aren't palettes that are necessarily this size. These are more so drugstore palettes, smaller high-end palettes. You can see I have the Lorac Pro Matte. I have some Estee Lauder, Bare Minerals, Wet n Wild, Maybelline, Physicians Formula, more Lorac. Just kind of a bunch of, you know, smaller palettes that fit well in a drawer. Moving over to the next one, I have singles and double eyeshadows. So I have all of my Maybelline Color Tattoos. Again, I have another one of those plastic containers from Bed Bath & Beyond that houses mostly my NYX and MAC eyeshadows. Have some Lorac glitters back there. And then this big container is what I'm hoping to switch over some of my containers to. I don't know if you guys can see, but this one that holds the majority of them is a really pretty bronzy color, which I think plays so nicely with the cream tones and everything that this dresser has. So I really, really like this. Again, this can be found in the kitchen section of Bed Bath & Beyond. They're a little bit more pricey because they're bronze and because they're metal, but I think they look really pretty if you have this particular unit. So this has L'Oreal Infallible, ColourPop, NARS, MAC. Again, just some really random stuff, but those are all sort of double and single eyeshadows. Next container over here, we have all of my eyeliners and then stick shadow bases. So in this first black unit, and like I said, I'm hoping to change over some of these black ones into those more bronzy colored units because I think they're so pretty. But I had all these black ones and they fit nicely, so that's why I'm using those for now, which I do like them. They definitely serve their purpose. So in this one, I have all my eyeliners, gel, pencil, and then right next to it, undrawed, which kind of bugs me, but I couldn't find anything skinny enough to fit in here. I have all of my stick kind of eyeshadow primers along with some random, like there's a random cream one, there's some tube eyeshadow primers, just all that kind of stuff. Moving down here to the next row, I have my lipsticks. So this is starting onto like the lip portion. So in here, again, more of those kind of black plastic containers, and again, I have everything organized by color. So I have pink lipsticks, My Lips But Better, sort of rosy nude brown lipsticks, and then nude lipsticks over here. The next drawer, finishing up on the lipstick sort of categories, we have purples and plums, we have corals, and then we have reds. The next drawer has lip glosses. So we have purples and plums again, corals, reds, and nudes in this drawer. And then in the next drawer, drawer, we have sort of my leftover like pinky glosses, and then in this larger black container, I have all of my tinted lip balms, lip butters, that jumbo lip pencil sticks, that sort of format. I like kind of keeping these separate because these are kind of like my low, no maintenance lip color, so I know to pull out this drawer if I want something easy. Otherwise, I can move up to the lipstick drawers to get something that might last a little bit longer. But I really like having this set up like this. I think that organizing things by color, if you haven't tried it before, definitely give it a go because it makes everything a lot easier. And it's nice to know when you're doing a look, if you need a pink lipstick, you know exactly where to go, and I really like that. The next drawer after that has some of my other random eyeshadow palettes. These are ones that maybe I don't use as frequently, but I don't necessarily want to part with because I still use them. So I have like the Tarte for True Blood palette, which was limited edition, that's why I keep it. The Too Faced Sweet Dreams, kind of same thing. The Urban Decay Dangerous palette, which I like, but I don't necessarily use all the time. So that's kind of what I do with that drawer. It's just sort of, you know, extra eyeshadow palettes that I don't use as frequently. And then the next drawer has kind of a similar thing. We have some more extra eyeshadow palettes. Now these are eyeshadow palettes that I do really like, but sometimes with these smaller palettes, if I put them up with the bigger palettes up top, they do get kind of lost. I forget to pull these out. So I like to keep these in here, but these are palettes that I really love. And then I have extra makeup bags, brush holders, that sort of thing. Moving on to the last row here. In this drawer, this is honestly just like extra supplies almost. I have a lot of the House of Lashes Iconic Lash there in the back, some random kabuki brushes, extra hand sanitizers for when I travel, extra brow products that maybe don't fit my hair color right now, some different cold sore treatments, which I know is really random, but I used to get them a lot growing up. I haven't had one in a long time, freaking knock on wood, but headbands, just that kind of stuff. It's just sort of extra things that just need to be stored somewhere. This next drawer is empty, which I am so happy that I have an empty drawer, and that may sound like the weirdest, most random thing in the entire world, but in my last storage unit, I had no empty space, so I had no space to grow. And even though I do really love the size of my collection right now, I think it's perfect for what I need it for, I do like the idea that if I do start to accumulate more things, or if my budget grows, I can start to kind of push everything over and I can easily start to fill up that drawer with more things. And again, that's why I love having the Sterilite drawers too, for that same purpose. So I really love how much storage this has. And then the very last drawer has all of my nail polishes in it, along with, you can see there's some cotton balls, nail polish remover. I don't have a whole lot. This mainly consists of these little Jenna Hip nail polishes, which I really like. But for the past, I don't know, since like October, or really since the wedding, I've been getting my nails professionally done with gel nail colors just because they last so much longer on me and I like the way they look. So I don't paint my nails a whole lot. Come summer, I might do like my own pedicures and stuff a little bit more, so that's why I like to have that. I was thinking about giving away all of my nail polish when I was doing my declutters, but I thought that that might be a little bit excessive because I have spent a lot of money to kind of grow my nail polish collection and I wasn't ready to get rid of everything quite yet, but I do really like having that just sort of as my last drawer, kind of like a little extra in there. But as for the makeup collection and the whole sort of storage unit, that is what we have. So I am really happy with this, and if you guys like the look of it, I would highly recommend this. I know that things like the IKEA Alex drawers are super popular, and I think that those are a great option as well. For me, just kind of my style and what I wanted this room to feel like and be like, that just didn't fit it. And I also really like the idea of having something different. You know, not that it matters if you have the Alex drawers or anything like that. I do think that they are a fantastic way to get, you know, your makeup stored. But for me, I knew how many of those I would need, and the price of this just kind of worked out a little bit more nicely. And I just liked, I really, really enjoyed the overall feel and the design and the style of this so much more. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this and found this interesting. If you guys have any good makeup storage tips or ideas, be sure to leave them in the comments below, because I know as somebody who's a makeup junkie, that is one of the most frustrating things whenever you're trying to change out storage or as your collection grows, trying to figure out ways to store it, because it is difficult and it requires a lot of creativity. But my main suggestions to you guys would be to honestly hit up Bed Bath & Beyond, hit up office supply stores, and you know, you just got to think a little bit more outside of the box. But that is it for this video. Here is kind of one last overview of this section. I do have, if you guys noticed there too, I can show you some of my wall pieces. There is a cute little do what you love sign that I keep there, that it's a good reminder when I'm getting ready. I like seeing that each day. And then I have my little Paris Eiffel Tower clock up there. You guys can tell I really like the Parisian feel. That is definitely my style, but I love this room. It's so relaxing to me, and I hope you guys enjoyed looking around it too. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.